Welcome back to Mrs. Recapped. Today, I am going to explain an action thriller film from 2018, Peppermint. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. The scene starts when Riley North is in the car fighting with one of her family's killers, then she gets out and drags the body of the killer. Then she went to her hideout on Skid Row, the homeless place on the outskirts of Los Angeles, and she lives in an old van while treating the injuries she got from the previous fight. 5 years ago, Riley North is a banker in Los Angeles who struggles with her husband, Chris North, a near-bankrupt shop owner to support and provide for her small family. They have a 10-year-old daughter named Carly North. Chris is offered an opportunity by his friend to take part in launching a heist, targeting Diego Gracia, the head of the highly influential drug trafficking syndicate. Chris turned it down, arguing that the results weren't worth it, and he would prefer to stay on track with his wife and child. But Garcia did not realize this, so he then ordered his men to kill Chris, his wife and daughter. Riley and Chris take their daughter to a carnival to celebrate Carly's birthday. This is to treat Carly's disappointment when her birthday party is sabotaged by an arrogant woman named Peg. Riley offers her daughter to buy an ice cream. Without realizing it, turns out Garcia's men have been stalking them from inside the car. Chris and Carly go first while Riley returns to the ice cream seller to ask for tissues. Suddenly the sound of a barrage of bullets broke the carnival crowd. They attacked Chris and Carly blindly to death, while Riley was shot in the stomach, and was still rescued by the medical team. Riley was rushed to the hospital. While in treatment, the police asked her to identify the shooters. A senior LAPD detective, Moises Beltran, showing evidence of a detective badge, he warns his partner Stan Carmichael that any cop who interferes or gets involved in Garcia's business will eventually die. Prior to the trial, Riley is approached by Henderson, the cartel lawyer, who offers him some money to keep his mouth shut, and he advises him to go away and start a new life. But Riley flatly refuses and insists that justice must be served. At the same time, Henderson looked at Riley's medicine on the table. When in court, this medicine that was seen by Henderson used as a weapon against her with the argument that Riley was not physically and mentally healthy. He told the judge that Riley might be hallucinating due to the side effects of the drugs. Upon hearing the presentation, Judge Stevens dismissed the case, citing a lack of evidence, and prosecutor Goldman apparently had no response. Aware of cheating, Riley was angry and attacked the defendants, but he was managed to be paralyzed by members of the court security and took her to the ambulance to be taken to a psychiatrist. But before the ambulance left, Riley managed to escape by immobilizing Carmichael, who was in the ambulance, and also the paramedics. Beltran and Carmichael go to the carnival where there was a massacre of the Riley family. They get reports that the people who killed the Rileys died hanging horribly on the Ferris wheel ride. The news catches the attention of FBI agent Lisa Inman, as well as informs detectives that Riley robbed the bank where he used to work to travel overseas. Riley lives and survives with a series of false identities. She has traveled almost all of Europe and Asia on his escape. There she learned military-style fighting techniques and tactics. CCTV footage proves that she was recently involved in several thefts of military-grade firearms from a gun shop. This is where Riley's revenge begins. Starting with prosecutor Goldman, drowning him in a swimming pool to death, then burning Henderson's lawyer alive and going to Judge Stevens' residence, especially for him, Riley first played with. She tied him to a chair by installing a bomb that had been implanted in a cell phone. Riley ruthlessly blows up the retired judge's house, leaving his body scattered. Inman, Carmichael, and Beltran inform the media about Riley's comeback. This raises a debate in the community, whether Riley is a vigilante hero, or a cold-blooded killer seeking revenge. Meanwhile, Garcia comes under pressure from his cartel partners, who confirm that his shipments were bombed twice in the space of a week in which Riley sabotaged them. Riley comes to the cartel headquarters. She kills all the members and burns the base. Garcia vows to hunt her down and kill her. Meanwhile, at Garcia's residence, they are discussing the massacre that happened to his men. Garcia already suspects that Riley did it, as well as drug sabotage. On the other hand, Inman traces the pattern of recent crimes, discovers that Riley lives in the slums of Skid Row, and finds out the fact that the people of Skid Row regard her as their guardian angel. Garcia tells his men to place a bomb in his drug warehouse, believing that Riley will be heading there, but Riley realizes she is being framed and manages to get out before the warehouse is detonated. Riley returns to strategize. She raids Garcia's residence and kills his men. Meanwhile, Inman went to Skid Row herself to find out about Riley's whereabouts. When he got there, he met a man who said that Skid Row is now safe thanks to the guardian angel, who is none other than Riley North, while looking at the wall that has an angel graffiti on it. Back to Riley. When she is about to shoot Garcia, his daughter suddenly appears. This makes her hesitate. Garcia uses that moment by shooting her, but Riley manages to escape. Riley goes to the house of Peg, an arrogant woman who once sabotaged her late daughter's birthday party. Then she beats her. She jokes about blowing up her house, while taunting her that her marriage failed because her husband cheated on a younger and beautiful woman, then leaves in Peg's SUV. The police arrived at the scene, which is Garcia's residence. Detective Beltran searched for Carmichael but did not find him. He even asked his partner, and the result was the same. Carmichael is not known, nor did he answer the phone or reply to the SMS sent to him. Meanwhile, Inman asks Carmichael to meet her at Skid Row. She hopes that Riley can be invited to cooperate to catch Garcia. When Carmichael arrives, he shoots her instead. This is where it is finally discovered that Carmichael is involved in the Garcia cartel. Then he told Garcia that Riley was on his way to Skid Row. Arriving there, Riley killed Garcia's henchmen, who numbered very much. She mustered all her strength to fight them. She accidentally found Inman's corpse in the trash, because her cell phone rang. Then she took it to record how corrupt Carmichael was and broadcast it through one of the TV stations. Beltran watched the live broadcast and immediately drove to the scene. Garcia killed Carmichael. He assumed that Carmichael had framed him and reported him to the police. Garcia threatened to kill a girl if Riley didn't come out of hiding. Finally, Riley came out and asked him to face her one-on-one. Garcia beat her to a pulp. Beltran asks Riley not to kill Garcia. He assures her that this time Garcia will rot in prison, but Riley is not sure, given how the legal system has gone before. Garcia taunts him that Riley will spend more time in prison than he does. Riley ends up shooting Garcia right in the head, and the police also shoot her. Beltran ordered to stop shooting. Riley manages to escape to the graves of her husband and daughter. Here she surrenders, after Beltran catches up with her. Due to extreme exhaustion as well as her injuries, Riley fainted and was immediately rushed to the hospital by Beltran. While in the hospital, Riley sees the news on TV that she will be held accountable. Beltran visits her and tells the guard that he will take his place to look after Riley. Beltran tells Riley that he is amazed at everything she has done, while secretly giving her the keys to the handcuffs. It means that Beltran helped Riley to escape. And the film ends. That's the story of Peppermint Film. Hope you guys are entertained, and don't forget to give us a like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.